Hi friends, I'm Chef Anita at Wannabe Chef. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a gluten-free dosa. Dosa is usually gluten-free because it's made with rice. Sometimes you do make it with wheat, the rava dosa, but this is totally gluten-free and I would say extremely low carb because I'm using only lentils. There's no rice in this. And yes, lentils I know do have a certain amount of carb, but as a vegetarian, that's one of your best proteins. So I am using here, it's called a 5 lentil dosa. Let me show you my beautiful plate. I had soaked these last night and there is the yellow mung dal. When I turn my camera down a little bit, there's this white urad dal. There is the split peas, the chana dal, the yellow split peas. You could use green if you don't have yellow. The mung dal with the husk on, the split mung dal, and red lentils, which is also called masoor dal. And then here I have a little bit of methi seed. That's fenugreek. And what I did is I soaked about half a cup of each one of these dals and a tablespoon of the fenugreek. So you soak this overnight, and the next morning, all you do is you blend this in your blender. Preferably, I start with one dal at a time, but you kind of just keep on blending one dal and then you can add the next one at the same time. You don't really have to take it out of your blender each time. So that's how I blended it, and I had soaked my fenugreek and I had put in the fenugreek too. And you do not put at this time any salt because you want it to ferment soon after that. And this is asafoetida, which is really good for digestion. And the reason you add it to the dals is because dals can get very gassy and bloating on you. And when you add this asafoetida, it really helps to take away that feeling of the indigestion with dals. So as a vegetarian, I will use this, and it's called hing in Hindi. I will use this with my dals, most probably because sometimes too much of dal can bloat you. So here we go. I have this batter already done. This is my fermented batter, which I ground up this morning. And as you see, I left it for about 2 to 3 hours with just the way I told you, with that only had no salt or anything. You keep it in a warm place. I actually kept it in my Instant Pot on the yogurt setting. Do not put your sealing lid on it. You keep any other kind of lid. I put a regular plate on top and left it on my yogurt setting. But if you don't have an Instant Pot, you could just leave this in a warm place, your batter. So that's what your batter will look like when it's fermented. Okay, this is about 3 hours later. Now I took some batter out separately to make. I've added salt to this batter, just a pinch of salt. I've added a half teaspoon of sugar. That'll give it a nice crisp feel. But just a little, you add very little sugar, and some water to thin out my batter. So now I'm going to start making the dosa on my frying pan. And I will show you how I'm going to turn my frying pan down. Here we go. I'm going to add first, my pan is on a very low. I'm going to add a touch of ghee right there. Go. You can add ghee or oil. Either one will work. And I'm going to take my batter, go like this, and put it on the pan gently. Now the reason you start with the cool pan is look how easy it is to spread the dosa. When you start with a very hot pan, you will definitely get it sticking. So anywhere that it just comes up, all you do is you kind of fill in the gaps and you go gently with your hand around, okay? There we go. And if you have some gaps open like mine, that's not a problem. That's fine. Now I can increase my heat. I took it up to like a high, and I'm gonna let that side cook. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you what am I going to serve this dosa with. You can serve it with the normal traditional coconut chutney, but I made some vegetables, green beans and zucchini, in a coconut kind of stir fry. I can show that to you another day in another video. And I have it also with my homemade mango chutney, which also I can show you in another video today since I'm just showing you the dosa. This is what I'm serving it with. You can serve it with any kind of spicy chutney of your choice or any potato, usually served with the potato vegetable, but I'm really trying to keep this low carb. So I took very simple vegetables, zucchini and carrots and green beans and coconut, and made that, and this homemade pickled mango chutney. And so I'm just going to keep that aside, and I want to check on how my dosa is doing. At this point, I'm going to add some ghee. There we go. Add a little bit of ghee around it. And don't worry if it's not that perfect dosa, because this doesn't have rice, so sometimes it does not spread as the perfect dosa, but don't worry about that. It tastes amazing. My family loves it. And here we go. Turn it over because it wasn't as thin as the regular dosa is, but look how beautiful and crispy this turns out. And guys, it's a very, very low carb dosa. My kids will sometimes have this with cheese and like the cheese melts. My son did that with the cheese and it was actually really delicious, I have to say. But I'm always trying to lose weight, so I stay away from cheese. And I'm mostly, I would say mostly vegan, so I kind of save my cheese for the nights or the once a month pizza treat that I'd like to have. But I kind of don't go for the cheese. So it's getting nice and crisp. Look at the pretty color. And the color comes because I added that pinch. It was just a pinch of sugar. If you don't want, don't add the sugar. And I'm going to just flip it over one more time. Wow. Perfect. So look at this dosa. It's made with no rice. It has only the lentils. And it's really, really delicious. I wish I could have you over in my kitchen to taste it. But too bad, guys, can't do that. You can enjoy it through the phone. And here we go. So please subscribe to our channel. See the link below. And again, I'm Chef Anita at Wannabe Chef. Please enjoy this recipe. Please try it out at home. Here's your delicious dosa. I'm going to put it on the pan and show you what this... Actually, my daughter is waiting for it. So I'm going to go ahead. Here we go. This is her lunch. And I'm going to still make some more dosas. So please enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is what it's going to look like. Bye.